Jeff in Florida, you're on with Don and Matt. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. We're winding down the show. What you got for us?
Yeah. Well, I was calling in just to see if I could get a little bit of advice. I have a 6-year-old daughter, and I'm an atheist. And the other day, one of her friends came over. Somehow the topic got brought up, and my daughter said, I don't believe in God. I live in Florida, which is a pretty religious place. So this little girl decided to tell my daughter that, well, if you get in a car accident, you're not going to be saved. And I don't know how I'm friends with you. And, I don't know if I should go say something to the parents. I basically told my daughter, that was just a mean thing to say. She doesn't really understand what your position is. And, basically told her just try not to bring that up unless someone else brings it up. But other than that, I'm at a loss for what to do with this sort of situation.
Yeah, my thinking is that it's probably good for your daughter to experience those things and to learn that there are people in the world that believe these sorts of things. And I would encourage her to talk to you about it. She's pretty young, so I don't know what sort of conversation you're going to have, but, reassure her that you love her and that she's not going to hell, and that this is just something that people believe. And sometimes when they may lash out in fear or these sorts of things, and it may be that she can find some better friends down the road. I don't know that you ought to do much more than that, to be honest. Sometimes if you dwell on something too much, you give it a disproportionate importance.
I think probably one of the best resources is to look up Dale McGowan's book, Parenting Beyond Belief, which we also have a show about parenting beyond belief. I don't have any kids. I can only tell you what I think I would do in that scenario, which is not to focus on the neighbor's daughter or the neighbor's parents at all, and focus all of my energy into my kid and let them know that they're going to have friends that they're going to have disagreements with, and that they need to decide how much they value their friend and how much they value their own, autonomy, which may be a difficult process.
Personal integrity in these things, yeah.
But it's getting through those things and letting her know that people believe different things, and some people believe things very strongly to the point where it keeps them from being friendly with people who don't share those beliefs. And that she should try to be friendly with whoever she'd like to be friends with, but that at no point should the desire for a friendship put her in a position where she has to pretend to be someone she's not, because it's always going to be much better to have the friends who like you for who you are rather than those who like you for who they want you to be. And that if she runs into these problems with her friends, we don't have to talk about God and hell and all this other stuff all the time, but it's much, and like you said, she's 6. So it's going to be difficult, but letting her know that you are there for her and giving examples of perhaps friends or family member that you've had difficulties with because you don't share the same beliefs, and how you coped with it, and how, you guys are going to be there for her through thick and thin. And over the next 100 years, however long she ends up living, she's going to have lots of friends, and some of them are going to work out and be friends for a long time, and some of them just aren't. I agree with Don that, while this is a bad thing to happen, it is a good lesson to start learning now, because it's not like this is ever going to end. I'm 50 and just lost some friends in the last year or so over this exact same thing about disagreeing over religion. And I think the fact that you cared and thought and wanted to get some advice, I think she's going to be fine.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, guys. That's good advice. I like thinking of it that way in a positive sense of an experience, too. So,
Don't get me wrong, though, Jeff. You're going to fuck it up, and she's probably going to need therapy. But that's the normal mode for parents.
Yeah.
We were joking the other day that instead of starting a college fund for kids, parents should start a therapy fund for kids, because that might actually be more useful.
Yeah, I think your instinct is to protect your kid from these sorts of bad things, but in some ways they're good for the kid to learn.
And it's also worth looking into to see if there are secular organizations in your area where you might interact with other families with kids around her age who don't have those beliefs. And things like Camp Quest, summer camps for kids. I don't know what age they start taking. I think 6 might be too young for Camp Quest.
But yeah, there may be places where she could be. You could facilitate her being where she'll make some better friends.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Right, good luck to you.
Yep. Take care.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.